Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another time lapse. So, with this time lapse, we're starting the second quarter of the city build. If you missed the first quarter, then make sure you go back and watch that. We kind of touch on a bunch of stuff. And then I have a walkthrough. The walkthrough turned out to be a little bit long. It was pretty long. It turned out to be like 43 minutes or something around there. And that is ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyway, with this one, we're going to try to do a little bit different style. So, starting with this one, I'm going to make all of the time-lapse videos be under 10 minutes. And I'm actually going to try to shoot for them to be 8 minutes and under. So, hopefully that is a little bit more digestible for like the casual viewer and stuff. So, if you want longer videos, that's fine. Make sure you drop a comment, tell me that. I will make some longer form videos if you guys would like. But if I don't hear anything, then around 8 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes is going to be my normal go-to video length. So hopefully that makes it easier for, like I mentioned earlier, makes it easier to digest the content there a little bit. I may decide to do 2 episodes a week since they're only 5 minutes, but we'll see about that. So anyway, to the build here. I know we're kind of halfway through or 3/4 of the way through with this building here. These are just residential buildings. There's nothing really special about them other than just kind of mixing in some different block types, some different block colors to really make it, not really pop, but it's like the buildings need to look like they were built and then repaired and then built and repaired. Like they've kind of been here for a while, and that's normally what texturing the roofs and stuff do with them, and texturing the walls. Whenever it comes to wood, you can't really texture that much. So like with the birch and stuff that I have there, like the stripped birch logs and birchwood planks, you can texture it a little bit, but you know, for the most part, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Speaking of texturing, I had a subscriber, I believe they were a subscriber. Anyway, there was a comment anyway that was suggesting some angled buildings. Jeez. That was suggesting some angled buildings. I'm going to get to that. So as you can see here with the pathway does angle there a good bit. To the right side of the building, or the right side of the road rather, we are going to have some angled buildings. Really, I don't want to put angled buildings in here any more than I have to, and then with the way that the road kind of snakes through here, there are some spots that angled buildings have to go, and I find that angled buildings are pretty cool to have places, but if you have all of your buildings angled, then it kind of takes away from the angled buildings. So, you know, anyway, so we will get to that. So, if you were the one that commented that, I forget what your name is, I do apologize, but if you were the one that commented that, rest assured, I will have some angled buildings in here. But back to the texturing aspect. Somebody also commented that it may, I believe it was also in the same, actually in the same comment. Texturing with the roofs and stuff, I don't mind doing. I see now, actually, there with the bakery, I completely forgot to texture that one side of the building. I am going to go through and do that right after this video because that's going to drive me nuts. But, yeah, so with most of the builds, I do texture, like the walls, like this has that birch down there, then like the strip pale oak. I already touched on the texturing of the birch logs and stuff. But most of it I do try to texture. And you'll see here with, I think it's building number 3, or building number 4, actually it is. Building number 4, I go through and do texture the roof with tuff and andesite, I believe it is. But, yeah, so I mean, texturing does come in handy. And then right here with this building, you can see where I do texture the walls down there with the in-stone brick and then the regular in-stone. So, you know, I do have some texturing. It's just not as prominent in the roof. So what I would like for you guys to do is go through and drop me a comment down below telling me what you think of the series so far. Are there any buildings that are your favorite? Are there any buildings that you think we should change around? And if not, what are some buildings that you guys would like to see added? I will take all of your comments and suggestions, and I'll see what I can do. Most of these buildings I do not build off camera. I just kind of start and I build whatever kind of comes to mind, and that's sort of it. There at the beginning, you've seen I had some shapes put out in wool. I have been doing that just to kind of give me an idea of where to lay the road, or like what space I need to fill in. So like on the back half of this video, you'll see we come in, we build some market stalls, and that kind of, build some market stalls to really fill in some of that flat area, the blank area. And yeah, there you can see where the market stalls are going to be laid out. I do find that it helps, but other times you just kind of build with whatever's there. But the road was already coming through here, so I wanted to make these buildings fit the road and not the road fit the buildings. So like I said, most of these buildings, well, all of these buildings rather, are residential buildings. So all of them are going to have multiple ways to access the different levels. So the first building that we built, you go into the second floor from the top. You go into the first floor from the bottom. You go into the second floor from the back top there, where that raised sort of planter box is. And then whenever you get inside of there, there's a stairwell that takes you up to the second floor also. So I've mentioned before, realistically in these medieval buildings, especially like residential structures, what you would have is several families living in the same structure. So where you might have 2 floors, like a 2-story building, you actually only have 1 family per story. So it was a luxury to have a bunch of space at the time, so most people couldn't afford an entire house to themselves, and that's basically what would wind up happening. So with this building here, you can see I kept messing there with the overhang bit. I wanted to really throw in some fantasy flair here, and unfortunately it only has that one side that I can do that on. I guess I could do it there with the like the corner bits they're sticking out. I can't remember what they're called right now, yeah, so I mean, with those sticking out, I really didn't have the space on this side to do it, so I thought I would just do it on the main structure, and I will do it here with other buildings, but this one just sort of seemed to fit that really sort of fantastical theme and stuff with the way that it looks with the purples and the carvings and all that stuff. So anyways, guys, what I'm going to do is go ahead and leave it here, but I'm going to leave you with a call to action, so to speak. Please do drop me a comment down below telling me what you would like to see in the city, and what your favorite part of the city is so far. If you would like to see anything more in depth, let me know that as well. I can do like a short little walkthrough video or something, and we can go from there. Another thing is, on that walkthrough video, whenever we got to the sort of mercenary guild, not mercenary guild, the monster hunters guild there was a secret that was in that I am waiting for somebody to tell me what the secret is. If you are the first to do that, I will pin your comment at the top of the comments on that video, and I will drop your name in the video after I find out that you found out what it was. So, anyways, guys, yeah, I'll give you the hint. It is in that sort of Monster Hunters Guild, is where it's a pop culture reference, and the first person that gets it, I will definitely pin your name. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it here for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. And with that, guys, I will see you later and catch you on the next one.